You want to hear something odd? um, for ones, I want to say again, I really love this phone. It's really funny how you can love an inanimate object more than you can love some flesh and blood person at this moment. But I was looking at Sheriff Joe Powell, and I have to realize that I respect him more than mostly any other person that's against blacks and other nationalities than because of him being so upfront and foremost about his racism. I respect him more, and I know where he stands, and like I said, it is from time to time I tell a true story, whether you believe it or not. In my travels of going to year-long rehabs, and rehabs that's so odd for the masses to go to. One other true story I have from my story of leaving the dope dealer's house, and the hardest thing I ever had to do is go to Milwaukee, VA, and walk on eggshells and go to building 23, where my counselor said that, man, you need to sell that car and get an apartment or a house. Relapsed again. Just at the time where they said no soldier will be homeless, because the guy froze to death on the bench right outside the VA in Milwaukee. Died. So we had a choice, and someone looking out for us. I forgot what Congress person, but it was a lady that said this, and she stuck to it too. She said, "No veteran will be homeless, no matter what." And I happened to relapse, and that counselor was on my ass, the same one that told me I had to sell that Corvette to get a house or apartment, and wanted to send me to some hole in the wall halfway house where the dope dealers were sitting on the step, and you had to push past them to get go to the store. I refused to go there, so I went to a program that the VA paid for, $40,000 for a 24-day program, where I met all the rich people's stars' kids in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I've been some amazing places, man. Amazing places. That's why I have to really, now that I was in the groove of doing what I had to do to get where I had to go, or wherever, ending up where I am, I have to thank my brother that got me hooked on cocaine, because it wasn't his intention, I believe. He thought maybe I was a stronger person, and maybe he didn't understand the effects of what it was going to do to me. Or maybe he did. I don't know. It's besides the point. It's water under the bridge. But I shared a sandwich with this guy. He was the Ku Klux Klan guy. He was a neo-Nazi. He was all of those things. And you have to realize that I was way up north, or way up there. Oshkosh, Wisconsin is a long ways up the line. It is further than Milwaukee. It is further than, it's almost by Superior Lake. It is so cold up there. Chicago don't have shit on how cold it is up there. So I'm up there for 24 days. I'm sitting in a program. I'm the only black guy again. Famous stars kids are up there. We had to put on a play and do all kind of stuff. There were food that we could get up any time of night and eat that looked like it came from some strange country. They let us cook our own little things that we knew how to cook. And I made some kind of Eagle brand lemon pie that I knew how to cook. And everybody was really nice to each other, man, in spite of. And me and him gonna sneak off and get high. It's a never-ending thing. And we got caught. And they told us to just bring your butt back here, because they weren't gonna kick us out for no out of that program. They're getting $40,000 for 24 days. So they put up with some shit. So me and him, here we come back and stuff. Like the slave hounds had caught up with us. We come in all in the hall of shame, and nothing happened to us. They just get your ass in there and go to sleep. That's all. It wasn't no. Those people were nice, and they had to be nice because they wanted that $40,000 for the 24 days. So when I say I shared a sandwich with the Ku Klux Klan or a neo-Nazi guy, that's what it was. We got out there and got hungry. So I have nothing really but respect for Joe Powell, because I know of his prejudice views up front and foremost. What scares me the most is when I don't know how you feel about a different race. When you hide it, when you're like the spook that sits behind the door, that's what scares me. And when you're in control of things very vital to your progress, that's what scares me. But I have to say, I wish the man the best. If he can be a senator, let him be a senator. I have to do that, because at least I know where my enemy is, how he feels, and if he can respect me to a certain if he can respect me, I can respect him. Now, of course, he's not going to invite me over to his house to eat, and I'm not going to invite him over to my house to eat. But I know I can't cross a line with this man, and we have mutual respect. Him being a soldier too, but him being prejudiced, I know what he's about, and he knows what I'm about. So how can you not have respect for a person like that? And if you don't, I tell you, not knowing somebody doesn't have your best interest in heart and you think he's your friend is the worstest thing you could ever run across. Thinking that he's not prejudiced and he hates you every time he looks at you is the worstest thing you can run across. And it is so many hidden people where they put on this facade like they're not that way, but they are that way. Like befriending you and asking you to come with them out to dinner, and you go with them, and only to find out you go down this lonely road and they hang your ass on a tree. That's scary. That shit is scary right there. And how many times have it happened where you think that you cool with somebody? A lot of people got hung and a lot of people got killed like this. They thought that never in their lifetime you could tell them these people were prejudiced and didn't have your best interest in heart, and you go with them somewhere only to find out once you get in a group of people, they're going hunting and you are the prey. This has happened in true life. So how can I not respect Joe Powell? His prejudice is up front and foremost. So I'm gonna stop this with saying too much about him. If he can be senator, let him be senator. Who am I to say anything about that? At least I know there's things I can ask him to help me with, and things he's not gonna help me with. At least I know I can see my enemy. Sort of say, I'm not prejudiced, and I hate that shit. But at least I can see him for what he is. Not seeing somebody for what they are, thinking they're another way. Woo! What a surprise you're gonna have. And I'm talking about people that you thought was your friend. Stuck right by you, thought you was your friend, will turn your ass into the lynch mob in a minute. So I'm gonna have to see. That's what I'm saying. You never stop learning, and if you never stop learning, you never stop thinking, you never stop coming to a conclusion that you were either right or wrong about something. It's the most gratifying thing to me that could ever happen. How many times I thought that what I went through was a certain way until I kept thinking, kept going over stuff until I found out that the VA was funneling money through pain and suffering, but they was funneling the money out of service-connected funds and making their doctors look like they never had any malpractice suits from the insurance never going up or never being drawn from. That's why I said a person needs to be by his damn self. If he's an addict, he don't need no outside influence discouraging him from doing the things that he already don't know if he can do. But having a person discourage him and say, "Oh man, you could never do that. It ain't no use, man. It's just too far over your head. You could never do that." I don't need no person like that. But I started out, my friend in North Chicago told me, "Man, you can do it. I got more confidence in you than you have in yourself. You can do it." And he did, and eventually he tricked me into thinking that I could do it until I did it. That's the type of person you need behind you. But like I say, nowadays, my opinion of people getting married is just two cowards not being able to face reality by themselves. One makes the other stronger, and once he or she gets stronger, they leave each other, only to start the process over again. Now, this person thinks that he got that way and learn everything by themselves. He didn't have no help, or she didn't have no help. But in actuality, she couldn't have got there, or he couldn't have got there without the support of others. It's amazing. So saying that is, I have to respect him because I can see his views up front and foremost, and I know where he's at. So I'm gonna stop talking about Joe Powell and stuff because I can see where he's at. It's the people that I don't know that I think is my friend that I need to concentrate on. Thank you.